Thank you so much, Lior and Haviva, for joining us here on CNN News 18. First of all, my condolences and kindly accept my solidarity with the people of Israel. This I would like to tell for our viewers that Lior and Haviva lost their sister Amit in Kibbutz, where Hamas militants unleashed barbarism on last Saturday. Uh, what exactly happened? Where was your sister present? And how was she targeted? And when did you people get to know about it?
Okay. So Amit is our youngest sister. We are five sisters. We was five sisters, and she is the youngest one. She was 22 years old, and she was a paramedic in Kibbutz Be'eri. She was on duty. She dedicated her life to help other people. Since she was 15 years old, she volunteered, and she studied, and she did everything she could to help people, to help injuries, to help sick people. She had a dream to become a doctor. She wanted to start studying medicine to become a doctor. And she was an angel with a beautiful voice. She loved singing. And she was a pure person with a pure heart. In Saturday morning at 6:30 a.m., she wrote us on the family WhatsApp group that there is rocket attack on the kibbutz and there are bombings. And she had an instruction to stay at her safe room in her apartment. But she understood that there is injuries people from the rocket attacks, and then she immediately, without thinking twice, she took her equipment, her medicine equipment, and she ran to the clinic of the kibbutz where there is no safe room because she wanted to help the injuries. So she went to the clinic, and very soon, a few minutes later, they start hearing shootings, fire guns, and then gunshots, and then they understood that there is terrorists in the kibbutz, in the streets.
They've been trapped in the clinic while they are surrounded by multiple amounts of terror attackers.
At first, they thought there is only 5 or 6 terrorists, and then we came to learn that there was hundreds of them, yes, with RPGs and many ammunition and many shotguns. That they came for one reason: to slaughter people and to kill as many people as possible,
or kidnap,
or to kidnap them and to abuse them. Anyway, all along this day, from 6:30 a.m., she was online with us, with our family, and she was telling us about what's going on. It was a documentary from the horror that she went through. She told us she's concerned about the injuries at the clinic. There were many injuries, people and dead people, and she did everything she could to help them. But at some point, she didn't have any more equipment, and she called her supervisors and begged them to come and rescue and evacuate to the hospitals. And they told her that they can't get in the kibbutz. They can't get in, and she needs to do the best she can with what she had. And she was very worried and concerned about the injured people. She wrote that to us. What am I doing? How am I telling them that there is no rescue, that there is no help? And even so, she managed to save lives. We spoke yesterday with one of the people that were in the clinic, and he survived. He's badly wounded, but he survived, he's alive. And he told us, he cried, and he told us that she saved his life, that even though she didn't have any more medicine to take care of him, she always
allowed his head and fed him.
She gave him water, she talked to him, she did everything she could to make him feel safe and to make him feel better. And I'm very happy that he survived, because then we know that her death wasn't in vain.
So Habiba, so you are telling me that her clinic was attacked?
What? Yes, it
Her
was
clinic
attacked.
was attacked.
Yes,
Okay.
they were something like, it was my sister Amit, she was the paramedic. There was a doctor with them, Dr. Daniel, that was murdered. They had a nurse. They had two people from the community that
Was armed with two guns, try to avoid the entering of the terrorists inside of the clinic. They were able to destroy a lot of the terrorists was raiding the clinic until they ran out of ammo and was not able anymore to.
So terrorists, you are telling me that these Hamas terrorists entered her clinic, butchered each one of them, and also butchered patients, those who were there for a treatment. But one of the patients survived.
Yes,
and he is now telling the full story,
yes.
Full horror story.
Yes. Also, she always wrote for us. She was there for 7.5 hours, from 6:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's eternity. It's a very long time. And during that time, she always kept updating us, her family, for what she's going through. And she kept asking us, where is the military? Where is the army? Please call the police. Please tell them to come help us.
Pray for us.
Pray for us. She's telling us, I don't think I'm going to survive, but you need to understand that these people, what they went through, for 7.5 hours, the terrorists tried to kill them. They kept coming back to the clinic, and the people that were there with weapons, they killed about 8 or 9 terrorists during that hours. They did heroic things that can't be imagined.
While their own family are in the kibbutz, their children and wives in the kibbutz, in their houses, and they are in the hugest dilemma ever, if to keep protecting the clinic or run to save our own families.
They are heroes. My sister is a hero, and they are heroes, and they went through hell.
So your sister, she resisted terrorists entering her clinic?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, you understand correctly.
Your sister resisted terrorists entering her clinic. The time when terrorists arrived at her clinic.
Finally, at 1:50 p.m., around 1:50 p.m., she's writing us. They are very close. The terrorists are very close.
They're getting inside again.
We ran out of ammunition. At this time, they ran out of ammunition after all these hours. And she's telling us, pray for us. This time, I don't think we're going to make it. We have everything recorded, everything documented. And she's telling us, please be strong if something happens to me, because she knows that it will tear us apart. She knows how much we love her. She was our baby, our princess. She was an angel. And she's telling us, please be strong if something happens to me. And we are so concerned. We don't know what to do. We call the police. We don't know. We cry and we scream. And we are writing her in the group, please, Amit, please let us know. Are you alive? What's going on? Please, Amit. And then she does something incredible. She records us an audio message from her phone of I want you to listen to it. You will listen to it now.
Yes.
So she records us an audio message from her phone that the terrorists came inside the clinic, and she records. So we will have. I don't know how she could have thought about it at this terrible time. It's a 10 seconds recording, but you can understand from it what went through.
I just must tell you and all of the audience to take a deep breath before the next record message, because it's just awful.
You want?
Okay, I will activate it now.
Yeah. Yeah, she's screaming.
Yes, what
This
she's
is
saying.
this is at the time. This is at the time when the clinic was attacked.
Yeah, no, this is the time the terrorists got the clinic was attacked for hours, but this is the time, the second that the terrorists came inside and started butchering people.
Slaughter them.
As you can hear, the massive gunshot.
Yes, scream.
And she's screaming. She's screaming.
She's
Shahar
screaming. Yeah.
the name of someone that was there and was murdered, and she's calling his name, and then she's saying, "They are here, please, please, they are here." This is what she's saying in translation, and after she sent this record to us, we went crazy, and in a desperate action, I call her. We didn't know what else to do.
Yeah,
so I call her, and she answers. She answers the phone in a final moment, and she's telling me, "They shot me. They shot her between the legs." She's telling us that, and she's telling me they are on top of me, and they murdered everyone else. She's saying that to me on the phone. They murdered everyone else, and this time I'm not going to make it, and this is it. The phone goes down, and this was the last time we spoke with her. Then we had 50 hours, more than 2 days, that we didn't know what happened. We thought, we knew the chances is very, very low, but we thought maybe because she was a paramedic, she treated herself and escaped. Maybe they kidnapped her. Maybe she's alive, maybe she's wounded, that she needs help. We didn't know. And then eventually we got the worst news that could have, and they told us that they found her body. They found her body.
Have you seen her mortal remains?
Yes, we saw. They shot her in the legs, they shot her in the head, and then they threw inside grenades, 5 grenades, and her body.
At least 5.
We only saw her head. We didn't see the rest of her body, and her face, and we know for sure because we buried her already. The funeral was yesterday. We know that her body wasn't whole. It was in pieces.
Okay.
And they were
express my
according to the testimony. According to the testimony of the survivor from the clinic. He kept telling that during that whole time, the terrorist was laughing.
They were laughing. They were
making jokes between them, and just enjoy from those horrors they are making. It's for us, it's my.
So nobody from the police administration, from authorities, forces arrived to rescue these people at the clinic.
They tried. They have tried.
No one. No help came, and we promised her during that hours that she will be saved. We couldn't imagine that she will, that we told her help is on the way. You will make it. We thought, okay, she will need a psychological treatment. She will be post-traumatized. We didn't thought in our worst nightmares that no one will come for help. Now we understand that there were hundreds of terrorists. There were bombing all over the kibbutz, that the military tried to get to them, but no one could have entered the kibbutz for hours. That's why there was so many lives taken.
Okay. Thank you. I express my condolences.
Our sister was the hero. She was the hero.
Yes,
even
your
in
sister.
Yes,
your sister was the hero. I extend thoughts and prayers, my condolences. And India stands in solidarity with your family and whole of Israel. Thank you so much for speaking to CNN News. Thank you.
Thank you.